Hey everyone, Ashleigh Yates here. I live, work, and breathe Castle Rock, Colorado. I am your real estate professional and am coming to you today with information about the cost of living. So if you are someone thinking about relocating to the area, watch this video, go ahead and subscribe because I'm gonna have a ton of information coming to you weekly. So let's dive into it and get into the cost of living. Last year, the US national average went up 17%, okay? So if you were familiar with the housing market, I'm sure you know it is crazy right now. Castle Rock is a little bit higher than the national average. So the median price point, which is what we wanna go by, the median is just much more representative of actually like what it costs to live here. So the median of the US price point for a single family home was about $320,000 last year. Castle Rock's higher. The median price point is about $535,000. So that's gone up from last year where it was about $460,000. But you know what? It's a gorgeous place to live. We have 300 days of sunshine, tons of outdoor activities, an amazing small town. So truly I think it's worth it. But it is also cheaper than my home state of California. I was born and raised in Northern California and spent the last 10 years prior to Castle Rock in Southern California where it was much more expensive. So dollar for dollar, you're gonna get a lot more house in Castle Rock for cheaper. I would just say that, California and Florida, they've got that weather tax, right? So property tax is going to be lower than California. We spent about 1.4% when we were living in California for our property tax, and here it is under 1%. And truly it just depends on the neighborhood that you're in, right? So if you're in a more mature area, like say the Meadows or Red Hawk, property tax is going to be lower, more so than the newer communities like Crystal Valley where you have a lot of new builds, but the property tax is still lower in Castle Rock in comparison to states like Texas where there's no state income tax, but property tax is much higher. So, it just depends on what you're looking for, but I know Texas, the property tax is about 2% and more. So next we'll go on to income tax. So the state income tax in Colorado is 4.63% across the board, which is lower than California, but not so much lower than states like Texas where there's absolutely no income tax. So if you're thinking maybe you're not ready to buy yet, the average rent rate in Castle Rock, you can find a smaller single bedroom apartment for about $1,300 that go on up to over $2,500 a month for renting an apartment in some of the newer complexes downtown like the Riverwalk. And at that rate, honestly, I would look with your local lender, and it really depends on interest rates and how much cash you have down. But if you're spending $2,500 a month renting, that's like a mortgage payment. So you very well could be gaining equity, but that's a later conversation in a whole nother video. But you can find rental rates anywhere from $1,300 up to, about $3,000 here in Castle Rock. Utilities on average are lower here in Castle Rock, so that is great. Whereas I believe the national average was about $114 a month for electricity. You're gonna pay a little bit less here in Castle Rock. Gas prices, so it is June 2021 and gas prices have gone up, but they are still lower than the national average. So I drove around town yesterday and you're looking at anywhere from $3.15 a gallon to about $3.33 a gallon. And if you've got some of those grocery store club cards, there are gas points. We have a Sam's Club locally, and I know that the gas rates are a little bit lower there too, but you are in the low $3 range. And we do have Tesla charging stations, so if you do have an electric vehicle, those are available and always a good option for energy efficiency. Car insurance. Car insurance was a bit more expensive here. And I'm gonna put that with, or put the blame on the weather. So the weather can kind of be a little bit crazy here. We can have a sunny, beautiful 74-degree morning and then a hailstorm in the evening, right? So potential for hail damage. Also because of the snow, I would say that, there are more opportunities for a possible accident when you're slipping and sliding. So car insurance was definitely higher here in Colorado. And if you're a parent, I'm sure you're interested on childcare. So the most recent survey that I found was in 2016. The Childcare Aware report stated that the annual cost for full-time daycare centers was about $15,000 for infants, and then about 12 grand for a 4-year-old. And you can find cheaper rates in-home daycare, but you're still looking at about $9,600 a month for an infant for childcare and about $8,600 for a 4-year-old. Now, I know that there is incentives out there and you can find it cheaper. I would definitely suggest care.com, potentially getting a nanny, but those were the approximate values. Looking at how much you're gonna make here in Castle Rock, the average median household income for Castle Rock in 2020 was $145,000, and our city is hiring all over the place, especially post-COVID. All the small businesses, restaurants, even the big box stores, they're all hiring. I believe I saw that Starbucks is hiring at $15 an hour beginning, same with the grocery stores. So everyone is hiring. If you're looking about moving or looking into moving here, you shouldn't have a problem finding a job. Castle Rock was rated as thriving and the #1 in job growth since 1990, with 244% of an increase in jobs. So yeah, I mean, the economy is booming, it's growing. There is a lot of opportunity here in Castle Rock. And if you look into healthcare, it is gonna be a little bit lower here. So I would check with your provider, but I did find that it is lower in the Castle Rock area compared to other places. So check with your healthcare provider on that, but it should be cheaper to go to the doctor. So I hope that this video helped you out. If you have any other questions about the Castle Rock area, I am always available. Feel free to text, call, email, and I can get you over some information from our local chamber and more information about our area. So if you are someone looking to relocate to the area, go ahead and subscribe. I will be launching new videos weekly, giving tours about our local area, surrounding cities, and I look forward to helping you. Thank you so much. Talk to you soon.